Hey, Uncle, welcome back. Welcome back. We just finished up that emotional part one, but guess
I just
what?
got out. Hey, I just got all the Kleenex, and all the tears were
Oh, I
erased.
thought you were getting Kleenex for something else. Okay, perfect,
No,
perfect.
not for this.
Okay, all right, good. Yeah, you're right. That's gross. All right, hey, part one was great. Part one was emotional, but guess what? Part two might even hit a little bit harder.
I think that
Um,
one's hits the core.
yeah, I mean all of these do, but guess what? The time is now. Part two. You waited long enough, right? Here it is, the finale. Enjoy it. Yeah. Oh, look at that
See? Oh, what
point.
a difference!
Look at
What
that
a difference!
point. All right, let's pull back the curtain, Louis, a little. I mean, you've already given a lot of information about what was happening inside the house, but let's get a little further. Let's dig a little deeper. How about this question? Did your parents have any strict house rules?
When I was a kid, not really, not really. It was common sense. I mean, don't leave the door unlocked. The door had to always be on. Always had to be locked. Don't leave the lights on. Don't leave the water
Yeah.
running. Whatever. Hurry up and take your shower. Don't be in there chilling. Um, for the most part, my mom did everything, bro. She was cleaning the house, doing the
Oh,
dishes,
okay.
doing laundry. Um, yeah, I mean, just basic stuff like that. It wasn't too crazy. It wasn't like they had me on lockdown or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I had my routine. Wake up in the morning, whatever. I mean, I didn't have breakfast at home. I had it at school. Lunch at school. Came home. Yeah, no, it was basic, just run of the mill.
Yeah, that's for me too. I don't remember like oh this rule, this is the house rules, top 10 rules you can't break in this house. Nothing like that. It was always the same. But you're right, like my mom would get mad when we left, plates and stuff out. Come on, pick up after yourself, that stuff like that. Um and you're right, common sense, turn the lights off when you leave a room. Always, close all the doors, lock the doors, all that stuff, all that basic stuff that you're right, it's just known. And it wasn't like if you forgot or you didn't do it, like they came down on you crazy. It's like, hey, come on, you guys, don't forget, whatever, turn the lights off, or whatever. But so nothing crazy. Came same kind of thing. I think they were real casual. um, well, I think you already answered this, huh? Did you get spanked? And you said yeah, by your mom, right? Not your dad. I think we both had that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This the same answer. Okay. Um, so as far as like when you did get in trouble and you got bad grades, or say you got in trouble at school, was that like, how bad was that punishment? Was that a spanking? Did your parents ground you? Like what did a punishment, like that's probably a pretty big punishment, school, like what did that punishment look like in
I mean,
to young Louis?
you'd be surprised. I think I only got an F once, and I think they took away. I think I couldn't play my. I don't know if it was like my Nintendo or my Sega
Oh,
Genesis.
oh, see,
Yeah, it
you
was
were
something like that.
spoiled, bro. See, you were spoiled too.
Bro, come on, dog. It was yeah. I think they took that away. Um, I want to say there was there was one parent conference that stands out. I was in ninth grade, and I was just running amok in that class. Shout out Miss Pellerin. Uh, I was in that class with Jaime, my homeboy Jaime. Shout out Jaime,
Oh, wow,
and we were
that's
just
dope. Wait,
tearing it
wait, the
up.
chef, the
Yeah,
chef.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool,
We were
cool. All
just
right.
tearing it up, dude. Just, I mean, it's I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine that. But yeah. So she had to meet before class, so my mom was pissed. So she ended up walking to school with me at Pacoima Middle School. Right, I walked in, went straight to the class, and
Go ahead.
the
Sorry. Yeah, go
teacher
ahead.
the teacher didn't speak Spanish, and my mom didn't speak English, so
Oh,
I
jeez.
had to translate, right? And I told her, I think I said like, "Oh, they want to talk to you," and she's like, "Why?" I said, "I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Maybe they
I
maybe
don't
they're
know what's
giving me
going
an award or something."
on.
So we go in and we're sitting there, and she's like,
Oh.
"I want you to tell your mom that I think you're very disruptive. You're very rude to me, and blah, blah, blah. And that's just letting me have it. And I told my mom something like, oh, yeah, she wants to say that she thinks I'm struggling in class,
Oh,
that maybe I would benefit from like getting a tutor, something that would, whatever. And
why?
she's like, oh, see, oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, see. And she's like, what did she say? I said, oh, I think she said that she agrees with you. She said that she's
Yeah,
gonna look into it. And
he's
she's,
a bad kid.
yeah. And
she
I
ag-
told her, I said, oh,
she agrees with you. I'm a
okay. And
horrible. I'm
she's
a
like,
horrible kid.
so we're going back and forth, right? And she goes, oh, so what do you think? I said, you know what? My mom said that we're really tight on money right now, but we're gonna make it happen because she really wants me to graduate and go to high school. Oh, okay. And then we got up, they shook hands, and my mom left. And I remember I was like, dude, like that was probably the worst parent conference, but it was just taking stuff away, bro. Taking my video game away, or maybe like not letting me go out like on my bike or whatever.
Right.
Or maybe not hang out with Victor, shout out Victor, stuff like that.
Yeah. But you know what, bro? That was a straight SNL. That could be a skit. You know, that could be a skit. That's
Yeah,
funny.
a day in the life of teenage Louis.
Exactly.
For
Okay. How about
sure.
this one? Did your parents know where you were at all times?
Oh no.
Okay, so
If
you
I was out
were
of the house riding my bike, vaya con Dios, bro. I don't know they don't have no idea how far I went. Riding down Van Nuys Boulevard down the middle, dog. Come on.
you were just wild and free, huh? Remember that one time we were talking about wild stallions, horses in the free? That's how you
Yeah.
probably were, huh? Just on that bike, just
You know what, bro?
here.
I'm gonna tell you this. Once
Uh,
I can tell you that I think when I went like 3 blocks away from my house, I remember being so scared, like, oh, I've never been down this street on my bike. And I'm riding, you got dogs barking at you, blah, 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 and you're jumping the street. And this on a freestyle bike. This isn't, anything crazy. And then I think it wasn't until I crossed the tracks and I was like, dude, this is close to the projects. Oh, snap. And I'm riding, bro. Boom, boom, boom. I'm looking around like, all right, let me go back. And when I got back, my mom was like, oh, you took longer than you normally do. Where'd you go? I was like, oh, no, I think I went this way. And, oh, okay. But, yeah, once you start going out a little bit more, it makes it
yeah,
easier, bro. So
yeah.
then there's some times where I'm like in the back park on the other side of the 118.
what
Bro,
was
it was
what was
crazy, bro.
what was in Glendale or what?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I'm in the carpool lane on the 210. I can't stop pedaling.
That a bird?
But
Your hand signal? Your hand signal?
yeah,
That's
bro. So
funny.
yeah, they had no idea. No,
Yeah.
it wasn't until I got a pager, and even then, they were at the discretion of me calling them back. So
Yeah, yeah. Oh, they didn't take
that ain't. Yeah,
they didn't put messages in there like hello
yeah. They're like, hey,
or
I don't have any
yellow.
quarters.
Yeah, that's funny. All right. For me, yeah, same kind of thing. Especially when I was real young. I remember like when Davey would come up, he always wanted to take off, and we'd be gone all day on our bikes. Come back to eat, get some snacks, eat real quick, and boom, we head right back out, and we'd be gone. Yeah, all day. How about this? How did your parents show affection? Through words, through actions, or maybe they didn't.
A little bit of the last two, I think. I think I've said this before. I know from my dad, I never got it. I know from my mom, I know as a kid she probably said it, and at a certain point, it wasn't expressed, and I think it's just the action of I'm taking care of you, I'm doing your laundry, I'm feeding you, which is
Right, right,
obviously
right, right.
highly appreciated. I'm not gonna knock it, but
You're not gonna knock it.
everybody's different, bro. Like
Yeah.
your needs are different from my needs, right? Like
Right, right, right. That's good.
I didn't know I needed it because I never got it. But I would have loved for her, even now, bro, just to tell me she loves me.
Yeah.
Just a verbal, like, "Hey, I love you, son," or "Mijo, I love you." She just doesn't say it. I don't know if
Why
she
though?
says it to Rosie,
Why don't you
but she
ask
never said it
Rosie?
to me. Huh?
How you've never asked Rosie?
I don't think I have, bro. I don't think I can deal with the answer because I don't. The reason I say that is because I don't want her to be like, "Oh yeah, she said it to me all the time," and then
Yeah.
you were born or something like that. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
I don't want her to be like, affected by it. Like, oh, you know what? I never thought about it, and maybe
Yeah,
she
yeah,
didn't.
yeah. Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
we have had conversations where it's like we have similar issues of that, the lack of
Yeah.
affection, the lack of verbalizing certain things.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know my mom loves me, of
Right.
course.
Right, right,
Gave birth
right.
to me, they raised me, took care of me as a child. Um, I'm her only son. Like like it's so much, bro.
Right.
And I think just me and my needs, I need a verbal. I would love a verbal. Even now, bro. Like, I'm 46. I would love her to just randomly tell me, I love you, son, or mijo, I love you,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, I would
But
that would
I'm
hit
sure
hard.
it's not gonna happen, and I've accepted it, and it is what it is.
Bro, that's kind of similar for mine. I same kind of thing. I like how you said. I'm sure my mom said it when I was younger. I mean, it's probably easier, right, to say it to when you're
Oh yeah, for
to
sure.
your kid when they're younger. My dad, I don't think he ever said it. But again, I don't blame him. I think that's just how it was. The males, a lot of the older, because I don't remember any of my other uncles and all them. I don't remember hearing them tell their kids or them kids telling, "Yeah, my dad tells me he loves me all the time." Like it just seemed like that wasn't a thing. But my mom, like same kind of thing. I mean, there's no way to say she doesn't because she does so much for me, and just the actions for actions definitely speak loud. That she does love me, but
100%. Yeah.
I think it's just more we never did it really like growing up, so it's just kind of we just kind of don't do it now. She has put it in cards, I think, is for, and I'm sure she has said it, but as an adult, I'm saying, but I just, yeah, I don't know. It's just the same kind of thing. It would kind of catch me off guard too if she said that. I could see her doing it in text, which I think she had. I think she had done it in text or definitely in cards, in writing or whatever. And she's written me some letters, like that graduation letter, and I know she put in there like, me and your dad love you so much. I mean, I know because I remember reading it,
Yeah.
but and again, I think it's just a generational thing because I tell my son every night that he goes to bed, I love you, and even when it was getting a little where it was just like kind of too like, all right, I love you, all right, I love you. It started getting like that. I started like I gotta stress it more, like, hey, Matthew, I love you, right? Oh yeah, yeah, okay, okay, all right, cool, cool, cool. Like so I want to make sure he knows I'm not just. It's not just like saying hi bye, like, hey, I do,
It's not a
bro.
routine.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want it to be a
Yeah.
routine, even though it is a
Yeah.
routine, but I want it to still
Yeah. It's
carry
like
a
you.
little,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
you know.
That's great.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
ask you
what.
this, bro.
Yeah, shoot.
And you might. I don't know if you want to edit this, but have you
Uh
tried telling your mom?
oh. Like in a
Like, have
card,
it come from you.
in a card or in person.
No, in verbally, bro.
Oh no, bro, I can't do it. I can't say it first. I would be like, "Hey, mom,
No, the reason. Go ahead.
I want a soda." I wouldn't be able to say.
The reason I asked is because I'm gonna say maybe like maybe like 6 months ago.
Hmm.
I want to go see my dad,
Okay.
and
Oh, I think you told
I
me.
think
Yeah,
I
yeah. Go
told you. I
ahead.
said, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
yeah.
And I got my phone out and I put it where he couldn't see it. And I told him, I said, hey, Dad, I love you. And he said,
How?
thank you.
How? Yeah, you did that,
And he said, thank
bro.
you. And I was like,
Yeah.
all right. And I
Did you
patted
give
him
him
on
a?
the chest. I said,
Oh, I thought
okay,
you were gonna
Dad,
say you
I
gave him
love
a.
you.
Oh, you did it
And he goes,
again.
and he told me, he goes, I love you too. And
So you.
I hugged him and I left. And I walked to my car, my truck. I sat down, I turned it on, and I was like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. This is good.
How?
And I think I told you, I'm gonna try my mom, but I don't have the guts to do it, bro.
Well,
I
see that,
can't.
but I don't understand that because I would think it would be harder to say. It would be harder for me to say that to my dad than to my mom. You know what I mean? Because dads are more, like, and moms are more just naturally more nurturing.
You
You're
would
you
think, yeah, yeah, for sure.
you're more afraid to say it to your mom.
Yeah, I'm scared that I think when my dad, I knew he was gonna say it because, like I said, I had my closure with him. I had my conversation with him.
Yeah, yeah,
We made peace, and we're. I mean, I respect and I adore the progress that we've made for
That's
sure.
good.
But
Yeah.
with my mom, it's like she's so reluctant to do it, and I feel like she's just gonna say something that's gonna just devastate me.
Oh, okay.
Not that she
Okay.
doesn't love me, but she might be like, like stop messing around or something like that. And like,
Yeah. Or why do I gotta say
I'm
it?
yeah, I'm trying to make closure, woman. You know what I mean?
Don't I
But
show
yeah,
you? Don't you know? Don't I show you I love you? Why do I gotta? Why I
exactly,
gotta
bro.
say
And
it?
then
Right?
and then, I mean, I do. Like I said, I know she loves me, and
Yeah.
obviously, like, but I
Yeah.
mean,
It's tough.
I kind of like emotionally, I think that's what I need
Yeah. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think with me and my mom, I think as she's getting older, I think it'll maybe we'll have one of those little talks uh, that you and your dad had. But it's not like we've never, you know, I don't know. There's just like there's
You're not
sometimes there's just
strangers
a
for sure.
yeah. There's something
Yeah,
sometimes just
yeah,
a little disconnect on the emotional stuff, but it's
yeah.
not
That's
like
hard,
we've
bro. That's
yeah. But
hard.
it's hard. It's hard because it's not
Yeah,
like we
that's not easy.
yeah. It's not like we're not close. It's not like I'm not comfortable with her. I am. I am. She. You know. It's just I don't know. We've never really gone down that road, I guess, or whatever. Maybe she thinks I'm the one who's probably embarrassed or doesn't want to.
And that's
Doesn't want
valid
to.
because you are a boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Right. Okay, all right. Let's switch it up. Let's switch it up. We got to start moving, brother. Look at these. This is an emotional show. We have to split this into two. So this little segment is time to fill some holes, brother. But
Whoa!
I'm talking emotional,
Whoa!
emotional holes in our heart, brother. Holes in our heart. You know what I'm talking about.
Not those burn holes in your jeans.
Yeah, yeah, bro. They were perfect circles. It's crazy. Um,
Messing up the 501s, bro. The silver tabs.
no, you know what they were? Chords, bro. They were
Oh,
chords.
no, wait, what were the
Yeah.
other one? The Paracaruchis, or what are they called?
Parachute. Oh, Z Cavaricis were fly, bro. If I can get my hands on some Z Cavs, I'll bring those back real quick.
Oh
Oh
man,
man, Z Cavaricis, BK Knights, and then maybe a little
Raider
mock
jersey.
turtleneck.
Oh,
Nah, no,
oh,
you gotta go.
mock turtle.
You gotta go classy, bro. You gotta go
Wow, and a
classy.
fanny pack.
No, I never liked those. All right, how about this? What did your childhood not give you? And this is something like you're reflecting back and you look back and you're like, oh, okay, you know what? I wish I would have gotten that from my childhood. Not necessarily from your parents or anything like that. Maybe the community, maybe your school, whatever. Just what do you feel like you didn't get from your childhood?
Probably the main thing would be further education,
Okay.
but it's not. Obviously, it's not 100% on it because it was there. I wish I wasn't as easily influenced by some of the
Yeah.
kids I used to hang out with
Right, right.
that made it seem that it was like stupid to be smart.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like I
Yeah.
said, it's not the community's fault, but I mean, I mean, it weighs heavily on me because I should have been like, especially like having like my sister as an influence, having
Right, right,
her
right.
as an example. I should have been like, hey, yeah, but I don't know why it was just easier to be like, yeah, let's jump on our bikes, let's go here,
Yeah.
let's go there.
Yeah.
And then down the street from my mom's house, there's the Haddon projects. They're called the Haddons,
Uh-huh.
and every every class I had in Telfair Elementary, dog, like easily like 10 or 12 kids were from those projects. So I would walk home with them all the way to the projects, through the projects, and like I said, it was just easier just to be like, man, I'm not doing homework. I'm gonna hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the long way home. I'm gonna tell my mom there's traffic on the way home. Traffic, you're walking. You know what I mean? So it
cut,
was
cut, cut every red light,
it's
every stop sign.
that I think that is probably the part that I'm like, dude, I should have
Yeah.
applied myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
mean, it's
there's
90% is on me for sure
right, right. That's what I was
because I didn't
saying.
apply myself, but I think
Yeah.
the little 10% just pushed me over that edge. You know?
So there's nobody to blame. You're not putting blame on
Yeah,
anybody, but it's
I'm not
just
blaming anything,
yeah,
but
but
I think
it is
that's
what it
the
is. Right.
influence.
That's what it is.
The influence for sure.
For me, and I don't know why it didn't give this to me, but my childhood didn't give me like it's hard to explain because I'm not saying I'm like a bum and I'm lazy, but I wish I would have had more. My grandmother told me this too one time. Like, I think I told you one time when she was drunk and she was like, yeah, I just wish you had more like, like giddy up and go, more aggressiveness, more assertiveness. I just sometimes just say, I'm cool with just whatever, da 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 da, and whatever happens, whatever. Instead of like, being aggressive, make your, what do they say? there's no such thing as luck. You got to make your fortune or make your opportunities or whatever, And I just had never been like that. Like I'll take it when it comes. Like why don't you
It's like
try
you're a
to
trailblazer. You just don't know it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. So I always felt like that. Like, and I don't know where you get that because my dad, I never saw him call in sick. He had the same routine his whole, the whole time I remember on his days off. He was up probably before me, and he was already out in the backyard working and doing all that. He had his routine going down, so he definitely had a work ethic that I didn't have. And my mom, although my mom was not like that, her work ethic was strong too because she would be at work till 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. Sometimes we'd be there, me and my sister in the office with her, just like, are you done yet? Can we go home? Like we're hungry, but like she had that work ethic too, like that she was gonna get the job done. So they both had a different type. But how did they both have a different type of hardcore work ethic and then I I got the bare minimum? I don't like to work, bro. I don't like to get up. I don't want
Ain't
I
nobody
tell
likes to work, bro. I
I
guarantee you they didn't like to work,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
but they
It's
had to.
They had to, yeah. And that's what it was with me. That's what it is with me. It's like I have to, or else I just sleep all day and watch movies. Shoot, watch Rocky 4 on
Netflix and chill
repeat.
all day, homie.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, how about this? How about this? What did you secretly envy about other kids?
When I was a kid, nothing much, bro. You know what? I think the biggest one, and I mean, this is coming from the heart. I think there was part of me that sometimes was mad because my dad was so old
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
I would look at like other parents. I'm like, damn,
yeah.
like, or when they would pick him up, because I think I started walking home from school when I was like in like I think third grade, and it was because he used to pick me up, and there was a kid, I don't remember his name, but he saw my dad because he knew my dad's car, and he told me, he goes, "Hey, your grandpa's here," and I was like,
Oh,
"Okay, thanks," and I ran to the car and I got in and I jumped in the back, and I told my dad like, "Hey, let's go," and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he saw, I guess, me walking with that crowd, and I just dipped. I left him behind. I went in and I jumped in the back. And then I think the next day, oh no, that afternoon, I told him, I said, "Hey, Dad, is it okay if I walk home?" He's like, "Why?" I said, well, you don't have to come pick me up." I tried to make it seem like it was all about him. And he's like, "All right, yeah," but he goes, "But if something happens, we're gonna have to do something about it." All right, cool. So I started walking because of that. So
yeah,
I'm just kind of like I remember like seeing the guys picking up their kids and whatever.
yeah,
And I remember thinking
yeah,
like, I'm like, this sucks, bro. Like I don't like people thinking that's my grandpa. Like that's my dad.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
thing with it is everything that comes with it. Like you're dealing with an older dad, and
yeah.
he's limited to this. He's not doing this, and he's for sure not playing catch with you. He's not doing this, not that. So
Right.
stuff like that. So yeah, that would probably be the biggest one for sure.
Yeah, I think my son goes through that too with me, but it's the
What?
reverse. I come to
You're
pick
not
him
old.
up. I come to pick him up, and I see some of the chicks like, "Hey, is that your brother, your older brother, picking you up? When did he graduate? How old is he?" And I'm like, "Nah, ladies,
Is
I'm
he
out."
is he on is he continuation? Do you think he has a prom date?
Yeah. No, no.
Kick back, Matthew McConaughey. You're just standing outside,
I know,
outside
right?
with your
I know.
wearing your
Yeah,
white
yeah, yeah.
jeans.
Oh, what was that? Daisy? Was that Daisy Confused?
Yeah, Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's outside the pool hall. Oh, that's funny.
Oh man, that's
All right,
great.
all right.
That's
How about
funny.
this? Do you feel you had to grow up fast, or do you feel it was like just right, like everybody else, or
No,
do you have?
I think I was on pace. Yeah,
Okay,
I didn't have to. I don't think I had to grow up fast. I think there was a lot of stuff that I learned at a young age
right.
that I probably wouldn't have learned until I was maybe a teenager or an adult.
Yeah,
Like I can, like I told you, I can put shingles on a roof like nobody's business, bro. I learned that when I was
that's
9.
crazy. Yeah, that's
You know what I
crazy.
mean?
Yeah,
But I mean,
it's
that's what it is. I can fix. Hey, I can fix sprinklers like with the best of them.
damn. That's good. That's good.
But yeah, no, I think I was at a decent pace. Yeah.
Yeah, same for me. I never felt like it was, I was ever I had to, I had to raise my sister or something like that. How you hear other people like, oh shoot, like
Yeah,
you were
changing
12 and
diapers
yeah,
and
you were 12
yeah.
changing diapers and cooking for the family. Like, nah, I had perfectly normal
He hit
childhood.
the coal mine, coal mine at like 9 years
Yeah,
old.
right. Um, did you ever feel, and this is kind of the same line of questioning, but did you ever feel pressure that you had to become like a man? You know what I mean? Like I gotta work with my hands. I gotta know how to do this. I gotta know that. Or did that just kind of happen? You know.
So you're saying I'm a man's man, homie?
Well,
Um,
you always say I like to work with my fists, or work with my hands
hey,
and
whoa.
get my hands dirty.
No, I do. I will say this. I will take a outdoors hands-on job over indoors, whatever, dealing with, asshole bosses or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think it wasn't verbal, it wasn't expressed, but it was by default, bro. Like my dad was a man's man. He was very very he was how can I put this? He was very masculine, very manly, very whatever when it came to it. But he also had a soft heart for his daughters,
Hmm.
100%, all of them.
Wow.
And I've learned this now in my older in my older years because I know he's very very vocal when it comes to his daughters, and they have all been very receptive to him, where they take good care of him, right?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Um, he taught me that you have to work hard. Um, a lot of times life's gonna give you obstacles. I mean, obviously he's handicapped, and
Hmm.
he did a job that not many handicapped people can do. And he did it for a long time, and he still kept even his older age. So I think by default, I saw that, and I kind of thought like, hey, I kind of need to do something like that. So now I do take that role where if something breaks in the house, I gotta fix it. Something breaks on the cars, I gotta
Yeah.
fix it. So I do take that task on for sure. But um, it wasn't like he said, "Oh, like there was certain things where he taught me like you need to do this, or you don't know how to do this in the yard, in the field, whatever." Um,
Right.
he did. He taught my mom. He treated my mom with a lot of respect, and I think I did pick that up. Like I did see like I remember thinking like he could be a total a hole to people. He was kind of a jerk to me, and he obviously disagreed with my mom and a lot of stuff, but he always treated her with respect. So I think
Okay.
I picked up on that, and that's kind of what made me where I'm at.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a
Yeah.
man's
Yeah.
man, it's a man's man. If not, I'm still in work in progress.
It's a man's world. Yeah.
Yeah, dog. Some James
I
Brown.
didn't feel I didn't feel pressure, yeah, to be a man, but I think uh I think both our fathers were like, it was more their actions. We saw how they were, and it's like that's how a man, like, at night there's a, what is it? What's the old saying? There's a sound in the dark or whatever. Your dad is the one that goes and investigates, not your mom.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't like, hey babe, go check it out. The man is the one who's supposed to go and get the bat, or get the my dad get a flashlight or something, go check it out. That's your job. The, like you said, stuff around the house, all the
Yeah.
light bulbs out. It's not, it's the man. Okay, all right, that's my job. I'm supposed to go and fix that. The cars, whatever, you should be responsible of, go check out, hey, I need oil. Okay, let me go check it out. Let me go see what's happening. So you see all that kind of stuff, and then you start to learn that that's kind of okay. That's what, and hopefully you just kind of pick it up, naturally, and that's what becoming a man is. But I don't remember anybody ever pressure me like, okay, sit down, son. I'm gonna tell you how to become a man. You got to do this
Yeah.
and that, and
Get a notepad.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Here's the
yeah.
13 steps to becoming a man.
Yeah, I'm already on number 10, pops. I'm good. Yeah, yeah, same kind of thing. Were you lonely as a kid?
Yes and no. Yes, because like I said, there's a lot of stuff that I saw other kids doing with their parents, or I heard of other kids doing with their parents.
Uh-huh.
No, because I feel like the dynamic of that house was suitable for me. It kind of made me an old soul, kind of made me a homebody, and it's kind of a bad thing now, but I'm kind of breaking out of it with certain things. But um, no, because we always had people in the house. Always
Yeah.
had people coming
Okay.
by playing cards with them, playing dominoes, and some of them brought kids like my brother George and Anna. They would come over, and then they would bring Anna's son Danny. They would bring Mike and Georgie. They would bring Robert. Like there was always something going on. Like I said, it was
Right,
eventful.
right, right. Yeah.
Um, we always had people coming through. People would come stay, and then they would move. They would they had just came from Mexico, and we're gonna stay here for 2-3 days, and then this boom, it's up north, or we're just overnight, and then it's up north, boom. So in that sense, no, because there was always something going on.
Right.
But like I said, I was envious of that relationship that the kids had with their parents. But if you go one on one with that, but if you go overall, no. I mean, I was, but no, not really.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. For me, I would say no, not at all. If anything, I needed some alone time, brother. It was like I had my
Let me be.
my sister bugging me. No. I never felt lonely because I was super close to all my cousins on both sides. So you're right. When you're a kid, it seems like every weekend something's popping off. Somebody's at your house, you're going to somebody's house, or somebody's having a party or whatnot. It's like there's always something happening. And then I always had as a young kid like lots of guy friends from school or from the baseball team or whatever sport I was playing. So I never felt And then if all else failed, I always had my sister. Like we could always play. You know what I mean? We got along for the most part. So I never felt lonely at all. Did you feel like you were heard, like you had a voice, like you could actually talk to your parents? Say you had a real issue and you wanted to go and talk to them, you feel like they actually would listen to you and like, all right, let me okay, I understand your concern, son. Let me see what we can. No, but did you feel heard, or
Come here,
that
boy. Sit on my lap. Let's
they
talk
took
about this.
you
Get
they
you
took
there.
you seriously, you know what I mean?
Nah, not at all.
No. Okay.
Nah. I mean, I think at the end of the day, I personally was not comfortable coming to them about any
Okay.
issues I was having, and they weren't asking, so I wasn't saying anything. Yeah, no.
Yeah, yeah. For me, I felt like I never talked to my dad about that kind of stuff. We only talked about sports or whatever. But like my mom, I know I could go to her, and I probably did as a kid. If I had like an issue, maybe not nothing crazy, but like something's bothering me or concerning me, and I want it, and I felt heard. Not necessarily they were gonna do anything or switch anything up or whatever, but it was, she was at least making me think like, okay, yeah, yeah, whatever, whatever. But yeah, I felt like I had a voice. I don't know how much pull I had, but I was at the table. They let me at the table. Um,
Nice.
what? Oh, is there first, and if there is, what childhood wound still affects you today?
Um, Probably just the stuff like I was telling you, dude. Dealing with my dad, like the verbal. It was more. I think his expectations of me were of like that of a teenager maybe, and I was probably like 8 or 9, and he expected me to know certain things, and I think just the stuff he said really stuck with me, like really caused a lot of doubt in me, really caused me to like question, like, damn, my intelligence, my ability to hold a hammer, my ability to nail stuff. Like it was like at the time I remember thinking like angry,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like why like, but more at myself, like why am I not living up
White.
to his expectations?
Right, right.
And then as I got older, as I became a teen, and I started getting that testosterone, I started getting bigger. I started more like, oh, you think I should do this? Like I don't want to do this, and what are you gonna? So it was more conflict. You know what I
Damn.
mean? But
The the birth of lockjaw probably right there. That was a little
for
pup.
real, dog.
You were a
A
little
little
pup, huh? But
lockjaw
you
Louis.
still had some bite. You still had some bite, huh? But I don't really have any child. You know what? The only childhood wound I have, not even from my
Was
parents,
that
is
little
from,
white girl?
yeah, that little girl who said I'm ugly because I was dark. That shit took, bro. That killed my confidence for so long, bro. Come on, man. That killed me. All right. Yeah, I didn't, my parents didn't have any, there was nothing they said or did anything that affected me or sits with me now. How about this? Just quick. Growing up, did you feel like life was fair?
Yeah, I thought life was fair because I didn't know any better, bro.
That's what I say. You
It
didn't know any
wasn't
different,
it
huh?
wasn't until I got older and I was like, damn, like that guy's dad is young. Damn. Like they're going on vacation. Damn. Like
Right.
that's when you start realizing stuff like, man, there's a lot of stuff I didn't do,
Yeah, that you
you
missed
know?
out. You didn't even know. Yeah, and sometimes it's
But
better
like I said,
to not know.
I had clothes on my back, food on
Right,
my
right, right,
table, and a roof
right.
over my head. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
could have been worse.
Yeah, I like that one. What was your saying? You said earlier something like, maybe we weren't poor, but we were definitely broke or something like that. You said
Yeah, no,
something,
yeah,
yeah.
we weren't. I don't want to say we were poor, but we were broke.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Cause, yeah, because
That's
we,
a
like I
good
said,
one.
we had stuff. Like we I don't ever
Right.
remember like some like, oh, they cut off the power, or they cut off
Yeah,
the.
yeah. Or
Like
we have no
we
food
had
today.
we
We
had
gotta,
what we
yeah.
needed. Yeah.
Right, right, right. You had, yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. That's that line. I was like thinking, I was like, that's a good line, bro. That's all right. Um, okay. So looking back now as an adult, looking back at your childhood, are you more grateful or more resentful? And it doesn't have to mean your parents, just your overall childhood, you
No,
know?
I'm grateful 100%.
Oh, okay. Cool, cool.
I'm grateful because everything that I went through, my kids aren't going through.
Yeah.
My kid,
Okay.
my
Yeah.
kid, my kids love them to death, bro. And I try to give them the best that we have, the best that we can. And if they're spoiled, they're spoiled. I mean, I don't think they know it. And I hope that, but like at the end of the day, bro, if a kid is spoiled, that's the parent's fault, not the kid.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
try to give them whatever we can. I try to
Right.
teach them whatever I can. And for the most part, Nick is very receptive to it.
Yeah.
I have a great relationship verbally with all three of them. Man, I wouldn't give that up for anything, bro. I'm very
Yeah.
grateful for the way I came up. Yeah, for sure.
Same with me. I mean, grateful, whatever, and whatever they did got me to where I'm at. And yeah, am I perfect? Close, but
Yeah, you're damn near.
am I
You're
walking on
batting like
water? Am I
975, bro.
am I the next coming? Am I the next coming like Trump? No, but yeah, I'm grateful because everything they did directly and indirectly, helped me to get me to where I'm at and helps me to raise my
Yep.
kids. And then, hopefully my kids are better parents than I am. Okay. Is there anything? Oh, maybe this is that one you already kind of answered. Is there anything you still want to or wish you could tell your parents together or separately, whatever? Maybe this is what you're talking about, that
Yeah,
whole I love you
just my
or
mom. Yeah, for sure.
that. Okay.
And I'm sure it'll happen. It has to happen.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, yeah. You
I'm
just
gonna make it
let
happen. There you go.
it'll I think it'll happen naturally, but if you got to force it, you got to force it,
No,
brother. You
I'm
know what I
gonna make
mean?
it happen for
Force
sure.
that double team defense, brother, defense. Okay, and regarding your parenting style, do you think you took more from your mom, your dad, both, or neither?
I it's a weird mix of both. I took my mom's disciplinary side for sure in my earlier years. Now I don't have to discipline as much anymore. Um, I took some part of my dad's I guess the work ethic, the trying to
Yeah.
instill it in and actually the bad part is I try to instill it in Nick only because he's a boy.
Oh, okay,
Like
okay.
there's some stuff that Cass has done, but it's to a minimum. Natalia is a princess, so she hasn't done anything. But yeah, Nick is probably the one that gets it the worst because
Okay.
I'm always like, "Hey, come help me. Hey, come help me."
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's if it's that, yeah, it would probably be my dad, I guess.
For me, I same thing. I took a little bit of both. I took probably more of my mom's style. Definitely pushed education on these kids the way she did to me. And then my dad's, I took more of his like seriousness. Like he's like all about business sometimes. Like you gotta take care of business, you know what I mean? Like do things the right way, take care of business, don't mess around. And so I sometimes snap into that where, I can get frustrated with my kids or, whatever, because it's like I want, hey, come on, you need to know better. You need to do it this way. So sometimes I can get a little bit like that. And I don't necessarily think it's always a bad thing. Sometimes it's not too bad. So I think I got a little bit of both, a little bit of both of
Hmm.
them as well. I think honestly, most most are gonna hopefully you take a little bit of the good from, because not every parent's gonna be perfect, not every parent's gonna be all bad. So you kind of pick and
Yeah,
grab a
you pick
little
the good
bit.
and you get rid of the bad, bro.
There you go. We just, hey, each generation is just filtering and filtering and filtering. So
Yep.
it's just pure to the end, brother. It's just pure. All right. Wow. I didn't think we would actually make it to this last segment. This has been a journey, bro. This has been a voyage, bro. The 3-hour tour turned into
It's a marathon, homie.
Yeah, it's already, bro. We started on Wednesday. It's already Thursday, bro. All right. Everybody's. I'm getting tired of hearing about it. Okay, when we get Uncle Knows Best. Uncle Knows Best. I live my life
Fan mail coming through the door
on Uncle Louis for Uncle Louis for mayor. Okay, Uncle Knows Best.
That's Mr. Pratt.
All right. Can you give a little advice to some of the the new papas out there? The new fathers out there. Would you rather raise a tough, independent kid or a sheltered but a more happier kid?
This is easy, bro.
Oh, is it? Okay. Shoot, brother.
With any child, bro.
Okay.
Not any child. Anything in life, moderation, bro.
Okay.
You gotta find a balance.
Okay.
You obviously address your child accordingly. You look at them, and like we said, if you give them too much pressure, they might buckle. If you give them too much pressure, they might thrive. So your child. Right. Talk to your child, and they will tell you what they need, how they need it, when they need it. When they're younger, and when they really need it, you're already gonna know, bro. So you find that balance. Like if you were raised a certain way, and I always tell people, you take the good, you take the bad. And this is what you have the fact of life. No, you take the good, you take the bad.
I started singing that in my head.
Yeah, you take the good and you take the bad. Apply the good and leave out the bad, bro. Your kids are going to complain no matter what. No matter what you do. No matter how good you think you're raising them. When they get older, they're going to be like, man, I can't believe my dad, whatever, or my mom did. Well,
yeah.
But you want it to a minimum, bro. So you keep it balanced. If your kid likes sports, you take them to sports. Right. If they like video games, you take them to video games. If they like books, you get them books, right?
Yeah.
And then when everything comes to it, you find a balance and you teach them this, you teach them that. As long as you teach them the basic skills, everything else is gonna fall into place.
So you're saying it's not like you could put every kid in a box, like
bro, you gotta
can't. See how but you gotta. It's better to pushback. Yeah. It's kind of like, so hey, let's roll it out there and see how it flows. Yeah.
Yeah. If you have a kid that's good at math, right? You need to learn to treat it as that. If they're good at English, they treat it as that.
Exactly.
If they're good at both, and you treat both, and then as long as you teach them how to function, how to communicate.
Yeah. That's a big one. That communicate.
It's hard, bro.
Teach your kids how to communicate. Yeah, very hard.
I'm very. I don't know if you have this, and I'm convinced that it's an Aguilar thing. Like I told you, we're standoffish.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
Come to me first before I go to you.
Yeah.
You come to me, you're gonna find one charming MFer. But I'm never gonna.
It's gonna change your life.
Come to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you teach them to communicate, be the first ones to go out, a social butterfly.
Right.
Communicate and then listen. Don't react before you just because what you heard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Listen to what people are telling you. They're going to tell you. And then once you communicate, once you find a balance, and once you do all that, everything else will fall into place, bro. Kids are resilient. Kids are smart. And they're smarter than you think. Don't ever think that they're not smart because they're not living to this expectation of this or somebody else. No, you look at them. And you polish that kid, and they're gonna thrive, bro.
Yeah. Oh, you stole my word. I was waiting to say it. Thrive. Time to thrive.
Hey, I steal everybody's words, homeboy.
Thief in the night, brother. You steal hearts and words, huh? Lockjaw. Hey, you brought up earlier. What was it? The facts of life.
You take the good, you take the bad. This is what you have.
The facts of life. Is it true that you had a crush on that little? What was her name? Tootsie or Tootie?
Tootsie. I had a crush on Blair, homeboy. You had a crush on Joe, didn't you?
Hey, wasn't Joe? Wasn't Joe the lesbian?
Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing.
Hey, whoa. I mean, yeah.
No, I had Blair.
Who was the thick one? Oh, Blair was pretty thick too.
The thick one was Cindy. No, Cindy, Mindy.
Maybe it was that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now I want to check it out. But
Now I want to watch the show.
Blair, Blair was a
fired.
bee,
I don't know
bro.
what you're talking about.
Nah, she was a bee. But hey, guess what, Uncle? We're done, brother. We're done. So let me jump in outro. That was great advice on that last one. Honestly, I'm not even playing. That was good, bro. That was. Hey, you hit every spot you needed to hit.
Every nail that was put in front of me.
Yep.
My
All
dad
right,
was
Uncle. I don't think any childhood is perfect. Obviously, some of us were raised with lots of love, maybe too much love. Some were more focused on survival. Most with a little bit of both. But one thing's true: the kid you used to be still shows up in the man you are today. Good and bad, unfortunately. But as always, thank you, Uncle. I thought you gave some really good, insightful answers from the heart. You definitely don't got a hole in that heart. That heart is full, and you were dishing it out today. Hey, like John Stockton, boy, you were dishing all day. So I appreciate you. I appreciate the show, and yeah, let's leave it there. I'm gonna have to split this into 2 eps, bro. This is our longest one, but you know what? About halfway through, I was like, should I just cut all these questions? But it was like, nah, bro, I wanted to hear, you know what I mean? I'd rather go 2 episodes.
I could tell.
No, I when I was writing them initially, I was like, oh, that's going to get to Louis. But no, every time in front of the camera, bro, you clam up. Those tears don't flow.